back to the Moto Experience, everyone. I'm excited for our ride today. Riding with my older brother and one of his friends who I've rode dirt bikes with before. We're going up American Fork Canyon, halfway down Cascade Springs, and then turning left onto a dirt road and taking that into Midway. And then we'll ride through Midway and take asphalt back. A very twisty, very windy canyon. Might be the twistiest canyon I've ever ridden. It's awesome. It's so fun. I'm excited for you guys to see it. This is also my first ride using the DJI Mic Mini inside my helmet to record my voice, and hopefully you can hear my brother's voice through our intercom system. For those that don't know, I live in northern Utah. This is a part of the Rocky Mountain range, but it's also known as the Wasatch Mountain range. And this is the Wasatch Front. Very dramatic mountain range. It's very steep, very tall. Middle of June 2025. The high is in the 90s today. And I'm wearing full mesh, mesh pants, mesh jacket. I have a pretty lightweight running shirt on underneath, so I'm going to be doing a run up in the mountains after this ride. And I might be underdressed for the temperatures of this canyon. Because just here on Suncrest, I'm a little chilly. It's a little chilly. We'll be going up this canyon here, American Fork Canyon. We'll go behind Box Elder, which I'll actually be summiting today. I'll be running up and around that mountain, Box Elder, after this ride. But yeah, a couple chilly spots here. I'm going to be shaking in my boots up the canyon. Hopefully the sun starts warming things up. It's so tempting to weave between these cones, but I'm not going to. I gotta control myself. This beautiful lake is Utah Lake. It's actually quite disgusting. There's been a lot of industrial waste dumped into the lake in the past century, and some invasive species have been brought in, mainly carp, that just devastated the ecosystem, ate everything, killed everything else. The deepest part is only like 12 feet, so it's a pretty shallow lake, and it's very mucky and dirty and gross. Honestly, I never swim in it. It's pretty gross. Looks pretty, but pretty gross water, unfortunately. It's kind of sad. Has my blinker been going that whole time? I wonder how long my blinker's been on for. If you've seen any of my previous videos, I did a 3-part series of a very technical, very rocky skyline trail. That was on top of that mountain there, Lake Mountain. Yeah, it was fun. It's an experience for sure. If you haven't seen those videos, I will link them right here in the top of the video. Just check them out. They're cool. It was the most recent crash I've had. I've laid this bike down 3 times, twice on the right, once on the left. And I'm so glad I installed these engine bars. They are so sturdy. They've kept everything nice and pretty while they've gotten scratched. I bought them through my Triumph dealer, but installed them myself. It's really not that hard as long as you have a floor jack to hold the engine up. It's pretty simple to install. Totally worth it. If you're looking at getting a bike and riding off-road, I don't care what bike it is, you've got to get some kind of crash bar. It saves your bike, man. It saves your bike. Even here in Alpine, the air's a little chilly, but we are getting into a low spot over here where Tri Creek passes through, so the water just cools the air anyways. I'm meeting my brother and Kenny at 7:30. But my brother said he'll be a little late, so we got good timing. I'm still rocking the stock tires that came with my bike, the Metzeler Karoo Streets. I have over 3,000 miles on them. I might be pushing 3,200. Let's see. Yeah, 3,280 miles. I honestly really like these tires. On road, on asphalt, they have never given me any problems. On any corners, any twisties, traction has always been immaculate. Off-road, obviously, I think they're an 80-20 tire. 80% on-road, 20% off. So I was expecting some slippage, not the best cornering traction, and that's exactly how they've performed. But I've still done some crazy off-roading on them, as far as rocks and sand, even snow. But in snow, they had zero traction. That was the second time I laid my bike down, was in a snow patch way out in the West Desert in the Simpson Mountains. Unexpected snow. Just slipped right out, going like 15 miles an hour. So I guess that was my fastest crash. And again, the engine bars just saved me. Saved the bike from serious damage. I have dented this cover on my exhaust header down here, and I think it's changed the exhaust note, like the exhaust sound of my bike. I was hoping I'd run into my brother or my friend on this road, because they both live west of here. Well, I live north of here on the other side of Suncrest. I'm always worried someone's gonna rear end me at a stoplight. Don't really have to worry about that riding off road. So I think I do prefer riding off road to on road. For many reasons, and that's just one of them. Now that I have this mic inside my helmet, I'm gonna be yapping. I gotta try to control myself. I wore these gloves. They definitely keep the wind off my hands. I was gonna wear my mesh Revit Kryptonite gloves that are like my off-road gloves, but I I think my hands would be cold in the canyon, so I'm glad I wore these. Now we're meeting them in this first parking lot. It looks like someone's here. I don't know if it's Kenny or Chandler yet. Looks like it's Kenny. Yo!
What's happening?
How you doing?
Doing good.
Cool bike.
Thank you. You doing some dual sporting on that thing?
Yeah, oh yeah. Maybe too much, but it does great, man. It does awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty shocking. I've taken like full-blown sport bikes on gravel road.
Uh-huh.
Not ideal, but fine.
Yeah, the tires are definitely limiting off-road. I've got some 50-50 tires just sitting in the garage. I'm waiting for these to wear out fully before I replace them.
Yeah?
Then the ground clearance is kind of an issue.
Yeah, I can see that.
But other than that, dude, this bike's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. How long have you had it?
I got it in August, the end of August. Nice. So however long that is. Almost a year, I guess.
Yeah.
10 months. I love it, man. Do you have a finger brake?
Yeah, so left-hand rear brake.
Nice. That's dope.
Yeah.
I've never seen the double stack like that.
Yeah, for single track, it's just amazing.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I come from a mountain bike background, so having hand brakes is really nice to me. And all the Motos that I've had, you know, the multiple Surons and Talarias, and now the Ultra B.
They have Moto brakes.
They're obviously left-hand rear brake as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got one on here, and it's awesome. Like, I just don't know why anybody.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Riding techie stuff, you just have so much control. You can fully concentrate on weight on both the pegs all the time. You're not trying to do some weird floaty,
shifting your weight.
Yeah, some floaty right foot stuff or whatever. So that's pretty awesome. And then it's just got a recluse clutch, which helps a ton. So it's basically, when you're descending this thing, you can just ride it like a mountain bike.
That's awesome.
You'll never kill it. You got the left-hand rear brake. It's pretty awesome.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Which one's the brake, top or bottom?
So brakes up here. So what I usually do, I ride like this most of the time. And if I need to shift, it's just middle finger, and I just one finger on the clutch.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Yo.
What's happening?
I knew I was going to have to get gas this morning just to like top off. I ran out of gas.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Where?
I had a reserve, but I was like, this side, I forget this side has kind of like a stain, so I was like, oh, I'm like a half a tank. This side doesn't. So.
Jeez.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What ended up being wrong with the bike?
I don't know. I literally took everything apart and put it back together, and it just works fine.
Huh.
That's so weird.
Alright, we're ready? That road is so nice.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've been down it a couple times.
It's
no cars.
So smooth in those corners. Yeah, and no cars in the morning. Awesome.
Yeah, I was real spoiled. I grew up near Tail of the Dragon.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if you're familiar with that road or not.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Never been on it though.
Yeah, on the border of Tennessee and North Carolina.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah, it's
Just
like
like
that,
that.
but on steroids. It's just unreal.
Wow.
Yeah, there's one that's insanely tight. Like all the apexes are like 30 to 40 miles an hour, like unbelievably tight.
Jeez.
And then there's Terrahala Skyhighway, which was like 80 to 90 mile an hour apexes, but just like, I mean, it's probably, I mean, it must be 40 miles long or something. Just insane.
That's
There's
awesome.
so many good twisty roads out there.
Yeah.
It's kind of a funny thing, you know, even in the mountains, there's definitely great roads like this, but you'd be surprised, like the really good roads are in places you wouldn't really think.
Really?
You know, it's like Tennessee. Like who would have thought, right?
Yeah. There are a lot of hills out there, so it's kind of like
I mean,
rolling.
yeah, but it's just, they just do curvy roads. Like Utah, they just do straight roads for the most part.
Yeah. Yo. That's so fun.
I don't think I've ever done that before.
You've never done that road? Oh, that road's sick.
You seriously? You've never ridden Cascade?
Yeah, that road
Not
is.
all the way like this.
Yeah, that
Wow.
road is sick.
This second half that will come up is tighter.
I gotta pee.
Much tighter. And I feel like you'll be going into a corner and you're like, oh yeah, this is great. And then like the last quarter is way sharper. So, well, we'll be coming up this last section, but when I went down it like a month ago, each corner would surprise me.
Yeah, you can definitely get in, you can get in trouble.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll come up it and it'll be it's a lot safer coming up, I feel like.